So today on Project Shop we have the final project that we're going to do over here at the old shop, and that is cut up the rest of this Cadillac. Now, the thing about this Cadillac is a lot of this car is aluminum. Let's go get a maggot. So Steve already like hacked up a lot of this car. Looks like the trunk, that's some steel. Bumper looks like extruded aluminum. That's all aluminum. Got nice aluminum rims. Aluminum. That's steel. Okay, so it looks like the inner parts, some of this is aluminum steel, like the outer body, all that seems to be aluminum. It's heavy cast. We got the other wheel over there. Steve cut it up. So we're just going to tear into this, man. We got the jaw on deck to do what the jaw was originally designed to do. I'm going to go find some safety glasses, and we're going to get the munching. We're going to cut this bad boy up and send it on to the scrap yard. Give it another life. It's crazy how much aluminum is up in this car, man. The cow is steel. I'm gonna have to unbolt some of this. Steve's got the air chisel, and he'll air chisel what he can, but we gotta like cut the top off, at least cut it in half, maybe cut it down. I don't know, we'll see how far we want to go with it. I don't want to spend too much time on it. I want it out of here. I want to try to get that out of here. I don't know if I'm going to go to the steel yard today or not, but we got one more steel yard run. I got a ton of steel up in the shop that I've been rounding up, and stuff we're just gonna not deal with. And then after the car, we'll get rid of this stator. I'll bring that to the house for the stator wrecker. The engine Steve's gonna keep. That steel yard, that I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. That's an automatic shutter. I might take that to the house and take it apart. It's a lot of aluminum in there. The tenant street sweeper, Steve asked me what I was going to do with it. I told him you can have it. He's got more of an interest in than I do. I really don't have a use for it, especially out where I'm going to be. So Steve can do something with it. That's all him. We got an arsenal of tools coming out here, and we're going to tear this thing down. Okay, I don't have my fireman's get up or my helmet, but I do have some brand new eye protection thanks to Adam W. Sent me a whole box of protection stuff, glasses, gloves. Let's see what we got here. Now unfortunately we're missing a good chunk. Wow. Wow. That is putting a lot of pressure. That was spiking up there at 10,000 PSI, man. I think that's why these newer cars, they the fire departments went to a 10,000 PSI cutter. But a couple little nibbles, and she went through it no problem. Gotta be careful, man. This thing don't slam your hand into something. I think this is a steel reinforced column.
Yeah.
They don't like that at all. Something easy. See if we can't get the trunk lid off. as you can see. What the heck is that? Oh, you know what that is? That's a side curtain airbag. Wow. Yeah, this thing's got a pretty thick piece of steel up in there. You can see it here. And only the outside is aluminum. And then here, I think that's all, might be all aluminum. Whether or not we're going to be able to get this head thing off, or if I'm going to even deal with it, I don't know. I'll probably just send this thing right to the steel yard. I'm about over it, but now probably might be easier with a sawzall in some places, but it's just not as satisfying as the jaw, you know. And then that thing just doesn't wear out. Maybe a little slow, but you just keep on munching and you don't tear up blades. This thing has a lot of cast aluminum on the suspension, the cradle for the motor. This whole piece is cast aluminum, all this. So let's see if we can't get this. Steve's going to try to separate this. I don't know if it's even going to be worth it, but we need to at least get the roof off and get this thing cut in half. PSI right there. out the points. See, it's got broken point. I think if I had the points, it would penetrate through that steel. It's just ain't got it. Try to solve all. Huh? So this is just telling me I need to get a more powerful jaw. I think Halmalto makes a really awesome cutter. Whatever that metal is in there, there's some tough stuff. I remember Steve telling me when he tried to cut this up before that he was having problems cutting through that metal. I had to try something else here.
Looks like an airbag maybe.
I have to get out the liquid wrench.
Can you go in the sunroof? Won't do it?
Whatever's holding that's holding it good. Man, that is some serious stuff.
What? The glue?
That metal.
Oh.
Damn. Man,
And?
that was it, dude.
Yeah.
I think. I hope.
Let's drop my magnet. Beautiful. And there's a lot of electronics in this car.
Huh?
A lot of electronics in this car. They're everywhere. What is it?
Well, hey, this thing, someone already took the cat. Man, I had a whole pile of cats sitting out back. I think someone stole them. And that would be the only two things in the 3.5 years someone's taken. One, I had a bunch of light fixtures sitting right there. A guy came to get scrap. The dude asked him about the light fixtures, and they mysteriously turned up missing that night. He was like, nah man, that's that guy's stuff, don't take them. And I believe the same dude probably took my cats. I just had them laying out back on top of though. I don't know, or they could be in a drum. I have no idea. But
It could be in a drum. You already accused the guy.
yeah. All right, well, looks like we're gonna get a little bit of rain. What do you
I'm just taking shit off.
man, there's hard. Look at that little rear end, dude.
I know, it's tiny.
What the hell?
They're perfect. They're
It looks
strong.
like it ain't gonna hold anything.
They're strong.
Really?
Yeah. That one's okay. It's okay. Yeah, they're strong as hell. That's the same as what's in the Corvette.
We're gonna hit this with the gun, unbolt what we can. I'm gonna sort through this mess, and while it's on its side, I think I'm gonna take the Sawzall or the jaw. Last time I just took the jaw and cut straight across to get that drive shaft out of there. Oh, look at that big old cable. Dad, some big copper up in here. Pull some wire out of this thing. Yeah, by the looks of this thing, I'll probably just take the Sawzall and whack this thing in half. Steve will pull the rear end, he wants that. And then the rest of this, I don't know man, I'm about done. I might just pull a couple chunks off the front. I just, it just seems a little too tedious for me. Trying to get
It's all aluminum.
It's not, dude. Look, this is rust. That's.
Oh, this floor pan steel?
Yeah, the floor pan and the inner panels are steel.
Okay, well this
It seems like the front end is aluminum.
The rails are aluminum.
But it's like aluminum pinned in with a bunch of steel, and I just the time to get this little bit of money out of it, I just don't see it's worth it. So we're just gonna whack this thing up to the point where it's scrappable. You know, it's got a title, so it's got to go in like 2 or 3 pieces. And we'll take it down to the scrap yard. We're definitely going to get the rims off of it for sure. And pull that big cable out. No freaking way.
What?
It's aluminum.
No.
Dag, dude, they even cheaped out on the freaking cable.
No.
Yeah. Wow. Modern day crap is what that is. Okay.
They gotta save money.
We're getting a little rainstorm coming. I'm gonna bring the forklift inside because, man, when the brakes get wet on this thing, they start locking up for like a whole day and a half, man.
Well, that'll work. Lean it forward a little. There you go. Go up. Go up. I think you're into the car with the door.
No, man, I'm just on the rim. There's got to be something else holding this up.
Like what?
I don't know. Brake lines. How about brake lines? Man, we about to get rained out
Nah, it's gonna miss us.
on our scrapping party, man. There goes one. You got it?
Yeah, the car about fell over.
Okay, well, that's okay. It ain't gonna hit nothing. Except for its own mess.
And hang on a second.
Something down there, yeah, you see it? Stand back. Good pressure on it.
Yeah,
A pair of dikes. I just push the car over and
looks like the shocks are got to come out straight or something.
maybe I just push the whole car over and we pick it straight up.
Okay.
Scratch. Clear?
Yeah.
Need 2 straps?
No, one is good.
Oh no, not my magic tab.
Huh?
Brought out some cutting oil. No, look at this little bottle jack, man.
Can you come down a little? Yeah, I know. I thought that was you. It's mechanical. This is a groove. Okay, well, you got to go down and let me get in. You got to back up. You got to get into the port. Okay, come on.
Here comes the rain.
Yeah.
Oh man, put it up on the metal. Fortunately, the medium mod is not waterproof. Well, just like everything else this week, this has been my week. So I'm gonna go look at the radar, and obviously we're gonna take a break from this for a minute. Okay, it stopped raining. I took a break and I actually did a little impromptu welding job. A quick 50 bucks. Anyway, I was going and running around this thing with a magnet, and it seems like the entire back of this car is all aluminum. The only steel that I found was up in here. Matter of fact, let me get my magnet again. So, fenders, all this stuff, this is all aluminum, right? And that's a metal brake line. That's all aluminum. Then this whole sill down here, whatever this is, that's all aluminum. And it's not until we get to this pan here and under here, I'm gonna actually probably flip this on its side, see if I can't just rip this tank out of here. This is all aluminum. So I think the main thing is the pan in the middle, and whatever support goes up. But this is all, the whole back of this car is aluminum. And I'm pretty sure, like, it seems like the whole, this is aluminum. This is where that pan starts, you can see there. But all this, oh, there we go. Whatever this is, I don't know if I need to get in here with the jaw and just cut straight across here, maybe down into there somehow. I don't know. One of those big carbide bits would probably be better, but I might be able to get this. Steve's gonna try to knock these screws off.
I'm just gonna see how easy they come out.
Is that my gun?
Yeah.
Man, that's that Harbor Freight garbage.
Are you saying we ain't got a gun?
Yeah. I don't think that's it, dude.
Huh?
Honestly, I think if we took that big cutoff I used
It ain't even peeling up the...
and run right down here.
Ooh,
Well, this is...
that was loud.
Huh.
This little thing ain't hitting very hard.
Man, that thing's garbage, dude. Harbor Freight.
It won't even move this shit. It's not scratching the epoxy. What? Trying to get up under that seam. Is it a seam?
I think the seam is this way.
Oh, really?
Is it?
I don't know. I assumed it was there. It is. And this thing won't even get under it.
No. I say we just cut the back off and cut the front off.
Why don't I take the plasma and just pop the heads off of them? We need this aluminum. This is all aluminum. It's got to go at least that far over.
Yeah, but dude, the time we're going to take to get that out is like ridiculous.
That's our job. It's our work. It's what we do.
We can cut the front of this thing off somehow.
What's going on over here? Is that the right? Yep. Here, give this.
You want that impact set, dude? So you don't break those things?
Break what, this? Not even me.
All right, well let's are you gonna take that drive shaft off of there?
Yeah. I need,
Okay, so while we figure out exactly what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna time lapse it. We'll tear into this a little bit, see if we can't make a couple cuts across the back end and liberate that aluminum. If I have to, I'll break out the spreader and just start ripping this thing apart somehow. Okay, so most of this car is actually aluminum. The only thing on this whole back end that's steel is this plate, which you can see right here. If we could get the right size, we could probably just get it off. And then this piece here where I cut it, like there's more there that's steel, but the whole rest of that is all aluminum. And get this, this was kind of sketchy after the fact. I had cut down into this thing with the jaw. This was one of those airbags, and the tube was right there. There's the tube that holds all the compressed. There's where you light it off. We might even try to put some voltage to it, see what happens, but that tube is heavy and packed full. I'm glad I didn't puncture that with the jaw. There's another one over there. That was kind of sketchy. I hope the firemen that do this stuff are well trained on where they actually keep these things, because that's kind of crazy. But normally if a fireman shows up with the jaws of life, those airbags probably already went off. But the rest of this thing, look at this. This car is basically extruded aluminum, you know, frame rails right there, and then just sheet bolted to it. All this is steel. All this pan is steel. But then once you get up into here, it starts changing. This is cast, and then it goes back to steel. Then it goes back to aluminum. This is aluminum. So there's a lot. Like the whole front end of this car is pretty much aluminum. The pillars are aluminum with like some reinforcement, and then what I thought was pretty interesting is there's beach sand in the frame rail, which I'm wondering if this car was in a flood, or I don't know how that much sand would have gotten up there, or if they lived on a dirt road and there's a hole somewhere where, you know, the tire was kicking sand up into the frame. That just doesn't make sense. But I will say, like, I didn't know how to approach this really. If I did a lot of these, I could say that we could get this apart pretty quick. The 7-inch grinder with the diamond steel cutting blade went beast mode on this thing. It went right through the aluminum, right through the steel. I bought a 2-pack of those blades for $26, and I've been super impressed with them. It goes through the steel, the aluminum. Steve was squirting a little bit of oil on there to keep it from getting gummed up, but it mowed through. I cut straight across here, down, right through this heavy gauge aluminum. No problem. Now, I don't know, I'm thinking I just might take the same saw and come up and just run this line down. There'll be a little bit of steel left on there, but I think I can separate. I don't know, I gotta see what's inside here. That those pillars are something. They got some steel in there, but I mean, as you can see, that's all aluminum down in there. A lot of aluminum, man. I'm actually we got a heck of a mess to clean up here. Yeah, the whole roof is aluminum, but it's got so much padding, and the track system for that sunroof. I don't know if I'm going to get into that, or I'll just sell it as, I might be able to get iron aluminum for that and all this stuff. I'm not sure how much further I want to, like, if I actually want to take the time to, if I get that steel out of there, there's a couple 100 pounds, and this thing's probably got to weigh 200 or 300 pounds. I don't know, it's actually kind of light, but no wonder these cars get a little fender bender and they get totaled out, man. There's nothing here. Might flip this back over and evaluate the other side. I might cut down I don't know. I'm thinking. Yeah, that's actually pretty thin. I could just run this line straight down with that cutter and get this whole center section separated. And then we'd be dealing with pretty much iron and aluminum. Wow. Some big chunks of cast aluminum. Alright, well, it's getting kind of late. Keeps raining on and off. Took a little break now, but I got to actually change gears and get some stuff loaded on the trailer to take to the house. So this is going to have to wait until tomorrow, unfortunately. But we're going to get a decent amount of, I think most of the stuff we're going to pull out of here is going to be aluminum. And a lot of trash. I got to clean this mess up. It's got kind of crazy out here, but it was fun. So Steve's going to take that. I'm going to take the rims. This thing here, tomorrow I'll probably cut the center out. Cutting up this Cadillac, I was actually surprised that it seems like the majority of it, other than a few panels, is going to be aluminum. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Let me know if you would have done it a different way. Like I said, that grinder seems to be one of the fastest ways to cut through this stuff. I was really impressed with that. And you know, I don't really see me undoing all these. Steve was trying to take them out. I just see me ripping down this thing real quick with that grinder, maybe even a plasma cutter. I don't know. But the grinder seemed like the way to go. And then I'll just throw all this with the old sheet and some of this with the cast, and then we'll get some high dollar aluminum. I think I get like 70 cents a pound or something for them aluminum rims. So yeah, tomorrow I'll get back on this, but for now it's getting late. I want to get some stuff on the trailer and get myself on the road. Got a long trip home. Oh, and we're going to get some copper wire out of this too. It's a shame that one wire was aluminum. I can't believe they're making starter wires out of aluminum now. That's kind of cheaping out. But there is a nice big chunk of harness in here and in the trunk. So, hey. And then Steve will get a rear end it he wants. He said that's the same one as the Corvette. I don't know. That thing just looks kind of chintzy. I don't know. That's crazy though. So we made a big mess. That's the only thing I do know is we made a huge mess out here. But I'll get it cleaned up, and you know, we'll be making a scrap yard trip tomorrow. So that'll be fun. That'll be the last steel yard trip from the shop. And yeah, other than that, man, pretty much almost everything's out of the shop. It's just a bunch of scrap and oil. So tomorrow I'm going to mix the last bit of oil, and then I'm going to break all that down, and that'll be it for the shop. Kind of sad, but you know, I can't keep staying here. They're just going to keep raising the rent, and you know, I'd rather put that money towards my own thing, you know, and my family. So on that note, we'll see you tomorrow. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard.
Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before?